Hey guys, so as you can see, I told you guys I was working on a flower wreath, and it's broad daylight. Scarlett's sleeping, hubby's sleeping, it's his day off, so I figure I would come on here for just a little bit and show you guys what I'm up to. I know we're working on the canvas right now. I will get back to that, but I wanted to get this done because the lady who's going to be receiving it is only here for a short amount of time, and I want to make sure she gets it before she takes off. As you can see, my desk is a heat mess, hot mess, and that's just usually how I create. This is what I've come up with so far, and these are all coffee filter flowers, and I used my Tattered Floral by Tim Holtz. Let's see if I can grab that bad boy real quick. It is this guy. And oh man, I should start recording throughout the day more often. I can actually see. So it is this bad boy right here. I don't know if you guys can see the name on it. The Jumbo Tattered Florals. And that's what I used. I took coffee filters, and it's just the regular cup filters. I took 5 at a time, and I flattened them out, and I stuck them on. One set here, and then I rolled it through. And then, just to kind of catch you guys up real quick as to what I've been doing, because I know I've had a lot of people ask. And then, of course, you end up with a white, this is not white, but you end up with a white coffee filter. Then I took my craft mat, let me just set this to the side here. Took my craft mat here, grabbed some cheapy Crayola markers, and I have some Recollections. These are the ones that you're supposed to be able to take and put on your stamps and color your stamps up. I took this, I scribbled onto my mat these different colors here, because she wants like a purplish, light purple color. And sorry, my fingers are filthy, as you guys can see. I've been playing. Took this, scribbled it onto my mat, took my sprayer, spritzed, and then took my coffee filter and just drug it through. And that was it. And then I set them off to dry. I let them all air dry. I didn't want to, because they don't take that long. They are coffee filters. And I did the same thing with the leaves. So these are all coffee filters that were cut out of that Tattered Floral. Took my greens, different shades, different colors, and just scribbled onto my mat. And then, again, spritzed. Took this with my, where is it? My little handy-dandy new little tweezers that I got from the expo. Drug it through and set them to dry. So hopefully I didn't miss any steps, because I think I got you all caught up now. So in these guys, I took the bigger ones that you get from that die set, and it's a pretty good size. So it's pretty big. Took that, this little guy. Now with these ones, as you can see, they're all kind of crumply and weird. When I picked these up with my tweezers out of the wet spot, I literally just picked them up from the center and dropped them. And however they laid is how they laid, because I wanted them crumply, but I didn't want to hand crumple everything. So everything just laid as it was. And then I'll show you how I came up with these guys. So I took my large one, and I took my little piercing tool, and as centered as I could get it, I start with my biggest layer first, and then I go to my next layer. So I grab 2 of these guys, try to offset, ouch, without stabbing yourself like I just did. Stick those guys on, as you guys can see. And then I went to this guy and off-center those. And I keep like flopping back and forth whether or not it's this piece that goes on next or these guys. Now, as you can see, these guys are all crazy looking, because like I said, when I picked them up, I just flopped them on their sides and let them dry as is. So straighten them out just a hair, and right through the center, and grab another one, and right through the center, and next one, and you just keep going. So I wanted mine to be like extra fluffy, so I'm grabbing 2 of each, except for on this guy, because this guy actually belongs with the bigger flowers. It's the center to the bigger flowers. And I'm using that as a base because I had quite a few extras. So fluff those guys out just a little bit so they're not stuck up underneath the smaller flower. Grab 2 of these little guys. And these guys were so easy to color just because I sprayed it and then I just set them all down and then picked them all up. And whoop, right through the center there. So that's where we're at. That's where our little flower looks, okay? And then just kind of wiggle around just a little bit to make the hole a little bit bigger. Pull that guy out and then grab a brad. I have little black button brads. I didn't really have anything that would be floral-like, but it's okay because as you can see, you don't even see the buttons. So you take that and hold from the bottom here where your little brad is at the bottom. Pinch that together and then I just start squeezing them together. And it looks a little rough, but that's okay. So pinch it all together, and that's where our flower is at. I'm going to hold it on the other side. I'm going to find my spot, which I'm taking these little ones and I'm kind of going in between my larger ones to get rid of this white spot. And this guy, look, just plain Jane, you know, a flat styrofoam piece, which I got from Michael's. Take some, oh, I need more hot glue. Take some of my hot glue, and I'm going to go right over that brad and a little bit around the flower itself, just because I want to make sure it's really going to stick. I don't want her to put it up on her wall and then it just fall. You know, flowers start falling off. And pierce it through. And now, fluff up the flower, make sure I'm in frame. Fluff up the flower a little bit. I take my larger petals and I kind of shove them up underneath the smaller ones so they're seen a little bit better. And yeah, I got started on this wreath last night and I was like, oh, I was supposed to record that. Oops. So I figure since everyone's taking nice little naps, I'll just start recording now. So, and then that's where, am I in the right direction? That's where we're at. So we have the larger flower here, small flower here, all nice and crumpled up, and a larger flower here. Okay? And I'm just going to keep going. I'm going to keep playing and just keep recording until someone comes in and bothers me. Mom, are you done yet? Oh, I need one of my big bad boys first. So this one, 2 of these ones. And I'm actually really excited. I want to go get to Michael's and get a styrofoam ball because Cheryl at Miss CG for You is doing some awesome tutorials. Very excited. Cheryl, you're like a pro. You are really good at doing tutorials. Really easy to understand, really easy to follow. I hope you guys go check her out because I think she's amazing. She came up with this little like styrofoam ball. My son actually wants me to make one and turn it into a disco ball. So when we have little parties or something, I can hang them up. So I think I'm going to, you know, do the same thing that Cheryl's doing, except I'm going to do everything in silver and make it a disco ball. Why my son wants a disco ball, I don't know. I don't even know how he knows what a disco ball is, but that's okay. And I'm just going to keep trucking along here. These are so easy to make. I didn't realize, like I was doing research and kind of panicking because I didn't know what I was going to do. I've never made a wreath before. Not that I thought that they'd be that complicated, but yeah, I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm just playing. And scrunch this guy up just to cover up my buttons. So if you hear little Miss Scarlett's, because she's getting up. I doubt she'll be getting up early though. Because I was going to stay up and keep going on my canvas, but I crashed on the couch and little Miss Snugglebug crashed next to me. The next thing I know, it was 5 o'clock in the morning, so we crawled up into bed. So I doubt she's getting up anytime soon. And I'm going to stick this guy. And sometimes I feel like my brad's going crooked, so I just try to figure out where my center is. and where that brad's at, and then I just kind of squish down in there. And fluff this bad boy up. And I love the way that the colors came out, because no two are the same, which, I mean, that's how a flower is, right? No two flowers are the same. You never get the same color on every flower. Got the center there, have the center there, go right here. So, and the thing I love about working with coffee filter flowers is see how I'm bending the crap out of these? And I'm just smushing them down? The best thing about these is I can refluff them up and you'll never know I did that. So it looks crazy and it looks like I'm damaging them, but they're so flexible and so easy to work with. They're pretty sturdy for being, it's not really paper, but you know, in their own way, they're paper flowers. There are tons and tons of tutorials on how to make coffee filter flowers. There are some that are, you know, 2 seconds long and some that are like an hour and a half long. And I think I got my pattern for my wedding bouquet, which I'm going to have to break that out and show that to you guys. I don't know where it's at. I just showed it to my buddy last night. I don't know where I put it. Anywho, I got the pattern. I think it was, I always say it wrong, and I know I do, Mirazapan.com, I think it is. She has free templates on her site. And she's another one who's really good at doing updos, like, or upcycling, or whatever you call it. I have hair on the brain right now, apparently. I used 2 of those already. Those. Let me get these bad boys. It looks like I'm running low on those. So I'll use 1 of those and 2 of these. So I hope everyone's doing something crafty today. My mojo has come back in full swing, so I'm very grateful for that because I was getting a little nervous. I didn't know what I was going to do. My mojo didn't come back, and quick. My mojo always seems to get better on Saturdays because I get to hang out with all my peeps, all my buddies. Oh, and Becky, thank you. Thank you for laughing at my mishap. Oh, I died. I just died laughing. Because like I said, all mistakes, everything that I do, nothing is edited. I'm not editing anything because number 1, I don't know how to do that. And number 2, I'm human. I make mistakes. I'm a newbie crafter. And I want anyone out there who is new, who thinks they can't do it, to watch, not so much just to watch only me, because I'm not the only one who does this, but I don't want to have the fear of not being able to show my mistakes, because as a crafter, I think we all make our mistakes, and we all have different ways of fixing them. Oh, that brad didn't go in. And so I want to be able to show people that, you know, even as a newbie, I don't have all the answers, but I have figured out some ways to fix my mistakes. And I don't know if all of you guys saw it, but when I did my canvas, I was fighting with a lovely, lovely sprayer. And I got sprayed in the face, some white paints, and yes, I was absolutely pretty. Becky, you are right. I was wearing a black shirt, kind of like I am right now, and I was spraying white spray. So I had white speckles all over my shirt, all over my face. Get a couple more brads here. Oh yeah, that was a lot of fun. And I choked, and it tasted horrible. And when I went back and rewatched my video, because that's what I usually do, just to see, you know, I want to see what you guys are seeing, because it's different when you're recording the video versus when you actually see it. And like I said, I don't preview any of my videos. I watch the video go up as it's uploading to you guys. So I'm sure I could cancel it if I wanted to, but I just don't. And so when I saw that part, I about peed my pants because I was laughing at myself so hard. So at least you were laughing with me, Becky, because, yeah, that was funny. Absolutely hilarious. I wish I would have gotten on tape when I popped my glue bottle. That was shocker, because it sounded like a darn gunshot went off, and I scared myself. And the next thing I know, I'm covered in glue. That was a lot of fun. But yeah, I don't want to, I'm not perfect. By no means. I don't want anyone to ever think that I'm perfect, because I'm so far from it. And it's like I said in the very beginning, my very first video, I want everything shown so that way you guys can see what not to do. And apparently messing with a broken sprayer and continuing to push really hard at it is not exactly the brightest plan I ever had. But it eventually worked, and I got the result I wanted on my project, so that, you know, come the end of the day, that's what mattered. So funny. Okay, wiggle that around. So a couple of my buddies came over last night, and they want me to put this wreath up on, I guess on, have you guys heard of like a Facebook, what'd she say it was? Yard sale, something or other. I guess you can get into a group, like a, it's not a secret because obviously everybody knows about it, but it's like a closed group. That's what I was looking for. A closed group that you can get into, and it's just a whole bunch of people doing basically a yard sale on Facebook. And she's like, yeah, I want to get you, you know, into yard sales on Facebook. And I'm like, you can do a yard sale on Facebook? She's like, there's not much you can't do on Facebook. Oh, okay. So she's going to send me links and stuff like that. And this is actually really a lot quicker and easier than I thought it was going to be to make. So I think I can make a few of these and possibly put these up on that site and see if they sell. Because Christmas time's around the corner, and I would like to make a little extra money. Not much, but just a little, to buy kitties some gifts. So, because I think if they receive one more handmade gift from me, they're going to roll their eyes and be like, Mom, really? Because I hand make their birthday cards now, and not that they're very pretty, and they, you know, you can definitely tell they're not store-bought, but I try. But the cool thing is that, like, my kids are really getting into it. They want to make their own cards for, you know, their friends for their birthdays, and so that's really cool. I'm totally okay with that. Just keep trucking along. I have no idea what my next step is after this. Again, I've never done one of these before, so I don't really know what I'm doing. I'm just playing, crossing my fingers that it comes out the way I need it to. Hi, Princess. Good morning. I had a feeling she'd get up as soon as she heard me. That's okay. You guys don't seem to mind her company too much, which just absolutely makes me happy. Because I know in the very beginning I was really concerned about it and I was really worried about it. That some people might get offended that my daughter, you know, chit-chats with me while I'm crafting. But you guys have all welcomed her as much as you've welcomed me, so it's greatly appreciated. And she loves every single one of you guys. We talk about you guys all the time. I read the comments to her, and she definitely loves Aunt Beck. That's for sure, because she's got two. She's got an Aunt Becky and an Aunt Becca. And Aunt Becca is my sister-in-law, and Aunt Becky is Jason's longtime friend of like 12 years or something like that. And I think I've reached the beginning. Did I miss any spots? I missed one. Right here. Yes, baby.
Can I have toast?
Yeah, we'll make you toast. Can you give me just a second? Okay.
What are you making?
I'm making a wreath for Grandma Millie.
What's Grandma Millie?
Aunt Becky's mama.
Oh.
Yeah. Let me finish this one flower. And I really wish I knew how to splice videos together, because I would just do that, but I don't know how to do that, so... Oh. And I don't know who that is. Sorry, guys. This is how my mornings usually are. Everybody calls. I don't know who anybody is. I'm supposed to have some guy show up today. The house that we're renting, apparently, has lovely termites. I had never seen a termite before in my life, so I'm a little freaked out. And of course, as I'm sure you guys have learned from now, my imagination goes above and beyond. So I'm like waiting for the house to like collapse. I know it's not going to happen, but that's what's freaking me out right now. Did I put my little frilly ones on? Yeah. So that guy's supposed to be here today to do whatever he does to get rid of them. Apparently termites are very popular here in Arizona. I don't know why it's too hot. I would not want to be suffocated in walls. And there goes my phone again. Voicemail. So I'm going to do this last flower, and then I'm going to hit stop. And I'm going to go make some toast for little Miss Scarlet, and then figure out what my next step is, and I'll be back. Hopefully. You don't want your toast together? You mean you don't want a sandwich? Okay, I won't make you a sandwich. I'll just get you 2 pieces of toast. She's like anti-sandwich right now. I try to make her a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, but she doesn't want them together. She wants them separated. I don't know. That just started like 2 days ago. She doesn't like the sandwich thought anymore. Hopefully I've been in frame this whole time because it's actually down here towards me. And fluff that up just a little bit. Let's fluff up my bigger flowers.
Mom,
And they're at school, baby. School this week, and I'm going down there later to figure out what's going on with Brianna. So that's where we're at. A little bit fuller than what we started, kind of. I don't know if you guys can really tell the difference. So I know I need to, and I should have painted this beforehand. I didn't even think about it because I've never done one before, and like I said, I wasn't thinking. But a little fuller. And I think that I don't need to paint like here because I have the leaves still to add. I still have little flowers that I can add here and there. And then I bought this thing at Walmart, I think it was, for $1. So I bought the mulberry, and it's got like the deep and the rich. So that's what's going to add my color. So it looks really bland right now, but this is what's going to add my color. Sorry guys for the crinkling. Let's see if I can pull that away from there. So this, and I've never played with potpourri before. I mean, I've had potpourri, I've just never played with it, but this is something that I saw from Fiona Jennings. And her channel is Jennings644, and I think she's so creative. But I figure, you know, I can just plug this in little pieces. Not that it's going to stay this way, but just to give you guys a real quick idea.
Can I take one of these?
What, baby? You can't have candy before breakfast. That's a no-go, kid. She's trying to get into the candy that Miss Becky sent her. But I figure, you know, something like that, and it'll add just, well, which way am I going? Which way am I going? There we go. Just a little bit of texture to, that's literally what I'm going to do. I'm just literally going to plop them in, and then it's going to smell like mulberries, and it's going to have pretty texture, and then I have these leaves that I've colored, and I'm just going to stuff those in there, you know, behind. Something like that. So we'll see what we come up with. But that's where we're at, or where I'm at, and I just wanted to catch you guys up because I forgot that I said that I was going to try to get snippets of it at least. So hopefully you guys like that so far, and I'll be back. Thanks, guys.